Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is June 23rd of 2024. It's Sunday. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. We're going to work on my Jerusalem cherry. We're going to be pruning it. So I'm doing it the OTC way. Observe, think, and then cut. Observe, cut off all the dead branches first. And then T is for think. How do I want this tree to grow? What branches do you cut? Which way do you want it to grow? Which shape? And then finally, after all that work, C is equal to cut. You go for it, you cut it, and you do it with do it with a positive attitude. That's what I'm trying to say. So today, arthritis in the wrist and in the hand, so it's hard to move, but I gotta move to keep my mind off of it. I'm trying to catch up on videos because it's hard to think with the hand like this, so I got to keep busy outside too, just to keep my mind off the pain. But what are you going to do? So the first thing I'm going to do is pull my little tag out. This is the cherry I got on 4/19 of 2023 from Ted's Greenhouse. There it is. And that's out in Tinley Park if you're here in Illinois. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all these dead branches. I'm going to have to use the ironwood and cut with the left hand because it's hard to cut with this wrist. And cut off all the dead branches that I can see. And this one here is a dead branch all the way out of here. So I'm using my small ironwood tools because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. So I'm cutting that all off. There's another dead branch right into here. I know it's hard to see. I don't have the fancy camera work like everybody else. So what I'm doing is just cutting off all the dead branches that I could. Now this one was right next to the dead branch, but that's okay because I'm going to try to root this. So we'll put this on the side. I got it in some water here. Water, where'd you go? I don't know, you're in Kokomo. Here you go, right there. I'll put it with the willows because willows got a natural rooting hormone in it. So I'm going to cut this off. That hurt. And now I'm going to cut into here. And this one got ants, so that's one dead ant, And then we're going to cut, first I'm going to cut off these lower branches too. So I'm observing these and cutting these. But that's good. I got them in the water with the willows. Now willows, I know by soaking the willows, you can make the hormone out of them. So here's one dead branch, and you can observe, you can see on the ironwood they got this nice serrated, so you can go into these little bit thicker branches and get into there and cut them off. That's one dead branch out of the way. There's another dead branch. And what I do is I go down. Now it's going to be hard, but I'm going to have to try it with this hand. But I'm going to use this one because it's a thicker trunk, and this part here is dead right to there. So I'm going to cut and stop right where it's at. See, with these I can cut better and not put a lot of force on his hand. That's an ironwood tool. And then I'm going to cut this little one off like that. Put that on the side in the water. Come on, Mr. Elephant, let's fill it up. Mr. Elephant says hello to the kids if they're watching with their parents. Okay, now that we have that, you can see, here's the weed. I was pulling some weeds out too. As you can see how these weeds really grow. There's a flower on there, but from now I want this to get into a nice little trunk form, and right here you can see where all the branches are coming out, so I'm just going to cut it low. And what I'm going to do to this one is to cut it back to here to this leaf. You can see that's an inside leaf growing there, yep. So when you think, that's where you cut. Now this one broke off, so that changes as to how many trunks we're going to have on there. A twin trunk. Well, that goes into the water with the rooting hormone. So now you got to, after you observe it, you got to think of where you want to cut it. So you got a nice little branch here, nice little branch here, nice one here. So let's just cut it up above to here. And that'll come out this way because that's the brain. The brain's going to tell another branch to sprout that way. Now this one looks pretty good, so we're just going to cut it back to here. And that'll let this branch come out this way. The flower will cut off. That's how the flowers look on the Jerusalem cherry. We're just going to cut that off. And then stick it in with the willow cutting that was soaking in there. And then, what did I do with it? It was there someplace. Now we'll just take our spoon and we'll just take some of this soil out of the way. And we'll just dress it up a little bit. Now you know from this cut here, I will get my lipstick. Here we go. And just put, there we go. A little dab will do ya. Just like that. Where the stump was. And that lipstick is a natural wax, so the water will run right off and not rot the inside. This is from LA Colors. This is BLC16 Natural Shine. Now you can get any kind of lipstick, whatever's cheap. So then we'll go from there and see what happens. Now, what I'll do is I'll take some torpedo sand and just dress it up a little bit. If I can get it with my hand. Now my shears I soaked already in peroxide. I keep a little thing of peroxide because when I was cutting the rose bushes by the church there was some black spots, so I had to soak it in there to get the whatever disease was on there off of there. So what I'm going to do is put some torpedo sand around here. Just a little bit. Now this I overwinter in the basement. This one stayed over the winter real nice. There's no roots growing out at the bottom. So just keep it in there. I have to do it light because I can't squeeze real hard. Ted's greenhouse is in Tinley Park, so you know. You can call them up. I know they're open on Sunday, but I don't know how late. And we'll take our Peace River gravel. And what I'll do is put that around there. Cut some of these green suckers off with my fingers. And you can see the soil's still wet because we had a nice soaking rain last night. There was a big thunderstorm because it woke me up. A big boom. That was something else. That woke me out of bed. I says, holy cow, it's raining. We finally got some rain after a nice, good soaking rain. We had some, but it wasn't enough to wet the whistle of the ground. But today, this evening, was a nice, nice rain. There we go. Just like that. Tom, don't hold it in that hand. Easy, easy, easy. And if I don't comment on your videos, don't worry because sometimes it's hard to type. So there's our Jerusalem cherry. And we'll put this in over here. I don't know if I got any little animals, or anything to put there yet. but I can always put a truck here. We have our little truck driving in the scenery. There you go. So there it is, our little Jerusalem cherry. It's going to grow out this way. Maybe we'll get another branch starting from here when we get a triple trunk. But if you make a mistake, what are you going to do? That's life. You go from there. And the main thing is, when you do think about how you're going to cut this, be positive. Because if you're not positive, your negative energy goes into the tree, and the tree is going to not grow for you. So you got to be positive. When you cut, you got to be positive on your cut, and this tree will feel that energy from you. So that's the way to do it, and that's how you get your trees to grow. So I got to rest my hand. So today's Sunday. Have a good day. It's family day. After 6 o'clock, shut that phone off. Be with the family. Anyone, if it's an emergency, one ring, hang up, one ring, hang up, one ring, hang up, and call again. And if you do that and you start talking jibber jabber, say, hey, I'm with my family. It's after 6. Goodbye. Call you tomorrow. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Have a cup of tea and enjoy a nice family day with the family. Take care, everybody.